All right, you got old Winks here. One of these days, if I ever get caught up with online orders and traveling for meetings to buy stuff for the tackle store, we're gonna get Winks Rex Weldbilt going. But what I'm working on right now is I've finally got these new West Coast rod holders. Trax Tech makes them, somebody else sells them, I'm not too sure who. And as you may know, at the tackle store, I'm a huge stickler against having rods and things sticking straight up or having things in the way of moving the rod when you get a fish on to get to the back of the boat. And as you can see with this configuration here, we have this relatively even here with the downrigger. When we get a bite, we're just going to be able to lift this straight out. And another thing is with cradle rod holders, people complain about is the butt of the rod sticking into the boat. And you can see here, this is on a track that you can move back and forth. And so we have this out as far as possible so the rod holder is not sticking out much here. On this one, the diver, it's a little lower, and I have it set inward because my graph is right there. And I don't want to have to be rubbing up against there to get it out, and the graph's already blocking it, so I don't have to worry about the rod holder being there. But let's say I'm going lake trout fishing, and I think I don't have to explain why I wouldn't use manual downriggers for lake trout fishing, and I got a bunch of mag diver wire rods out, okay? Well, this configuration doesn't make sense. The inside diver is going to be higher and sticking out farther than the outside high diver, whatever terminology you want to use. Not quite what you'd want. But the cool thing about this configuration here with these is we can turn this down and then turn the cradle down. Now, without any tools, without having to move anything, without having to do anything, we have a configuration that's very conducive to some really good diver fishing. The high diver, outside diver, whatever you want to call it, is going to be a little higher, a little more out of the way, and a little more outward, giving a little extra reach than beyond just what the rods are giving for the high diver. And then the inside diver is lower, more inside, and the way you want it. Easy.